Good morning, friends. Welcome to class of English 2. Today we will complete the exercises of third chapter, The Open Window. This story has been written by Saki. His full name was Hector Hughes Munro. I have already told you, and he is also known as H.H. Munro. Before starting exercises, I would like to analyze the story. In this story, the writer has described some characters. The main characters of this story are Mr. Frampton Nuttall, Mrs. Suppleton, and the young girl whose name was Vera. The writer has set the story in the house of Mrs. Suppleton. Now see the plot of the story. Frampton Nuttall was new to the town. He was suffering from nervous disorder, and as a part of his treatment, he went to the countryside. His sister gave letters of introduction to whom she knew very well, and some of them were very nice. And taking one such letters, Mr. Frampton Nuttall was at the house of Mrs. Suppleton. When he visited her house, she was busy somewhere in the house, and Mr. Nuttall was attended by a young, energetic young lady who was 15 years old by her. While waiting for Mrs. Suppleton to arrive, her niece tells Mr. Nuttall about the French window at the end of the room that was kept wide open on an October afternoon, and she framed the story when she came to know that Mr. Nuttall was unknown with the city, with the town, and he did not know anything about her aunt. She decided to weave a story. She decided to fly her imagination and weave a story. Now she told the story that 3 years ago, the tragedy happened in the house of Mrs. Suppleton. Her husband, Mr. Suppleton, and her two brothers went out for shooting in Mars, and while crossing the moor, they were drowned in the bog. Bog, low-lying, wet area, or you can say wet, spongy ground. And their body, they did not return, their body was not recovered, and while crossing the moor, they were drowned in the bog. Mrs. Suppleton waited with the window open every day till it was dark, in the hope that they would come through the window as they used to go, and they will come with their dog whose name was Spaniel. Now, Mrs. Suppleton comes in apologizing for being very late to meet Mr. Frampton Nuttall. She said that he didn't bother about the open window. She had opened the window because her husband and her two brothers would come that day. They who had gone for night shooting, and at any time they were expected to reach there. Frampton, listening the word Frampton, frightened, and he wanted to change. He made a hopeless attempt to change the topic of horror, topic of the conversation to his own illness. He wanted to discuss about his own illness, of his nervous disorder. Just then Mrs. Suppleton sees at the time when he was talking, she noticed three men came in. Three men returning from the hunt, while Veera feigns horror and Phantom is terrified. He was terrified because before the girl was telling about the tragedy that they are no more, and the lady was telling that her husband was returning from the shooting, from the hunt. This is why he was badly terrified. He, taking his hat and stick, he went out of the house. Phantom finds his stick and hat, and he makes a dash jump as the men enter the house, who had bolted out, and taking his hat and stick, he went out of the house hurriedly. And when the men entered the house, one of them asked Mrs. Stapleton, who had went out of the house when they entered. And then Mrs. Stapleton told that he was a unusual man. He was a very funny man. He was only talking about, his name was Mr. Phantom Nuttall. He was only talking about his illness. And it seemed that when he entered out, it seemed that he had seen ghosts, and he left the house. Now we will start the exercises of this chapter. In the first exercise, you have to change noun, verb into adjective. You know, sir, what is noun? First you tell me what is parts of speech. You know parts of speech? There are 8 parts of speech. There are mainly 8 parts of speech, and including determiner, there are 9 parts of speech. So these are the parts of speech. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjection, and determiner. So here in this exercise we will discuss about noun. You know noun? What is noun? A noun is the name of person, place, or thing. Like Ramesh is the name of particular person. Gorakhpur is the name of particular city. Bag, a name of particular things. Now writing here, see the definition. Noun. Noun. A noun is the name of person, place, or thing. Example: Ram, name of particular person. Particular person. Gorakhpur, name of place, name of place. Bat, name of things. Name of thing. Goodness, it's a name of quality. Name of quality. Now session. A noun is the name of person, place, or thing. Like Ram, it's the name of particular person. Gorakhpur, it's the name of place. Bat or pencil, these are name of things. And goodness, it is the name of quality. Now we will discuss about the verb. we will now we'll study about verb. What is verb, friends? You know the definition of verb? I hope you all are aware of verbs. Verb is a word which tells something about some person, place or thing. Okay, now I'm rubbing it. It is taking time. So now till then you think what is the definition of verb. Now see friends. Next one is verb. Verb. Verb is a word which tells something about person, place or thing. A verb is a word which tells something about something about person, place or something about person, place or thing. About person, place or and in simple you say doing verb is a verb. Now see, a verb is a word which tells something about person, place or thing. In the example, he is writing a letter. Writing a letter. She bought a necklace. Kolkata is a big city. Now here is writing, bought and is are the verb. Writing, bought and is. The example of verb. Now these are the examples of verb. Now see here spelling of Kolkata here. It's not Kolkata, is it Calcutta. Before we are writing Calcutta. Calcutta. And now it is also written as Kolkata. It started with K. K-O-L-K-A-T. Earlier it was known as Calcutta. Spelling was C-A-L-C-U-T-T-A. And now it is also known as Kolkata. It started with K. K-O-L-K-A-T-A. Now these are the examples of verb. Now we'll see next one, adjective. Now I'm going to rub it. Now then, what is the definition of adjective? Yes, I know you all are aware of these definitions. You have studied in previous class. Now see the adjective. Third one is adjective. An adjective is a word. An adjective is a word that adds something to the meaning of noun. Something to the meaning of noun. What do you think? See the definition. Adjective. An adjective is a word that adds something to the meaning of noun. In simple, people are saying an adjective is a word. You can write in other word that an adjective is a word which qualifies noun or noun. See here, friend. An adjective is a word that adds something to the meaning. Meaning here of is left. You write here of. Meaning of noun. Now see the example. Ram is a clever boy. Now listen. Ram is clever boy. The word clever describes boy. See one more example. I saw tall building. Tall building in the city. In the city. Tall building. Tall, clever. I saw a fat man. I saw a fat man. Here fat, tall, a tall building, you can write here. Tall describe building, fat describe man, and clever describe boy. So these are the example of adjective. Now we will complete the exercises. We will change noun and verb into adjective. Now we will see how to erase it. Now, so you have seen the definitions of noun, verb, and adjective. Yes, I told you to change noun and verb into adjective. No, in the exercise, in your book, it's a given. Change verbs and adjective into noun. So we will change. I'm going to write the question. Change these verbs. First exercise. Change these verbs and adjectives into noun. This is the question. Verbs and adjective we will change into noun. First you see some examples. It's a given. Verb introduce. When you change into noun, it will be introduction. And divide. When you change the verb divide into noun, it will be division. Portray. When you change portray into noun, it will be portrayal. Embody. When you change embody into noun, it will be embodiment. Distinct. When you change adjective distinct into noun, it will be distinction. Romantic is adjective. When you change into noun, it will be romance. Cruel, when you change the adjective cruel into noun, it will be cruelty. And when you change the adjective imminent, then it will be, adjective will be here. And when you change this adjective imminent into noun, it will be imminence. Now I am going to write some words here given here. Adjective and verb given. You will write in a notebook what will be the noun of the verb and adjective. See the first one given, civilize. Civilize. What will be noun, friends? Noun, what will be noun? Civilization. What I said? Civilization. See the second one, second given, cancel. So it will be cancellation. Noun will be CLLATION. Cancellation. See the third one. It is written poor. Reject. I have written disorderly. Reject. So it will be rejection. Now it will be rejection. Now you will see famous. Famous. It will be fame. Now see the adjective poor. It will change into noun, poverty. Now I am going to the first sentence. It's a given. Now I am going to rub it. Then you will complete rest exercises. So this side I had written verb and adjective, and here I had written this side written noun. Again you see the verb, adjective, what is given, and second one is noun. This one is noun. That now it will be easy for you. Here you will get either verb or adjective, and you have to change into noun. Like poor is adjective, and you have changed into noun, that becomes poverty. Now see the next, participate. Participate is a verb, and right now will be participation. What will be said? Participation. Participation is noun. Now this one is participate is a verb. Now see the brilliant. Brilliant is adjective, and noun will be brilliance. Noun will be brilliance. Now see the next one, invade. Invade is verb, and noun will be invasion. Invasion. Alright? Invasion. Now see on the next page, like this, it's a given confident. Confident is adjective, and noun will be confidence. It's essential to write all. I know you all are able to write, you can write. So listen. Adjective here, next one, ninth number is confident, and noun will be confidence. Then 10th given expand. expand is a verb, and you will change into noun, then it will be expansion. What will be said? Expand will change into expansion. Spelling will be expansion, EXPANSION. Now see 11th number written here in your book, dangerous. So when you change dangerous adjective, it will change into noun, danger. Now see the 12th number written indicate. Indicate is a verb, and now you will change into noun. Then you will add here ATION. So it will be indication. Indicate is verb and indication is noun. Now see the 13th written here, careless. Careless is adjective, and for framing noun you will add here NES, carelessness. What will be noun is said? Carelessness. Careless is adjective, careful, careless. So by adding NES, in grammar portion you will study all this, how to form steps. So here careless is adjective, so you will change into noun, it will be carelessness. Now see the next one is 14th number is thick. Thick is adjective, and noun will be thickness. What will be said? Thickness. Now see, it's a written 15th number. It's a written here intense, and here verb noun will be intensity. What will be? Intensity. INTNSITY. Intensity. Now last one is given admire. Admire means praise, and it is verb. Now we will change into noun. It will be admiration. What will be said? Admiration. See once again all these number wise in systematic way, one was disorder. So here first one civilize, noun will be civilization. Second one given reject, it will change it, noun will be rejection. Then given cancel, cancel is verb, now it will be cancellation, noun will be cancellation. Famous, noun will be fame. Then given adjective poor, poor will change into noun, then it will be poverty. Participate is a verb, and it will change into participation for making noun. Brilliant is adjective, and the noun will be brilliance. Invade, noun will be invasion. Now next page, page number 27. I hope almost all of you have got your book. So number 9 is confident. It's adjective. It will, noun will be confidence. And 10th one is written expand. So noun of this verb will be expansion. And see 11th number dangerous. It's adjective. So it will change into noun, then it will be danger. 12th is indicate. Is a verb. Is a verb. So it will change into noun, it will be indication. Then given careless, and you will, for making noun you will add here ENESS. So it will be careless, carelessness. Thick, thickness. Intense, it's a verb, then you will change into noun, it will be intensity. And the 16th number is admire, and noun of admire will be admiration. I hope you will be able to complete this one. Now students, we have learned here to frame verb and adjective into noun. After this, second exercise is class. In previous chapter we have studied what is class. Class we have studied class and phrase. So first you tell me what is class. Do you remember? If not, even I am going to tell you. Class is a group of words which contains subject and verb. Class is a group of words which contains subject and finite verb, you can say, or contains verb. Now I am writing here. First you see class. Class. Class is a group of words which contains subject and verb. Class contains one finite verb. Right. Example: she writes a letter. This contains only one finite, so it is example of class. See one more example. Jay says that he is going to Kanpur in this sentence we get two class. Jaydev says and he is going to Kanpur. Clear? So in the first example it contains only one finite, and here one class, and here you are getting two class. Now in this chapter written class, types of class. So these are the examples of class. Now in this exercise given types of class. Types of class. So there are two types of class: principal class or main class. Principal class, and second one is subordinate class. Principal class is known as main class, and it is also known as independent class. Independent class, and second one is subordinate class. Subordinate class is also known as dependent class. First you know what is independent and dependent. Independent is one which does not depend on any other class. Independent one is one which does not depend on any other for its complete sense, complete meaning. While dependent class depend on other class for its meaning. So first right, there are two types of class. Types of class. So you should keep in mind principal class or subordinate class. Here in your book given independent or dependent. So I am going to write the same, but you should keep in mind that principal class is known as independent class, or you can say main class, and subordinate class is known as dependent class. See the first one, there are two types of there are two types of class. When class divided into two, there are two types. Class divided into two. So first one is independent. And second one is dependent. Independent. First see what is independent. I am writing the same definition which is given in your book. A clause that can stand independent. A class that can stand, a class that can stand alone as a complete sentence, as a complete sentence is called is called independent or main. It is called main or independent. Independent class. Independent class. Listen, a class that can stand alone as complete sentence or which gives complete meaning, complete sense is known as main class or principal class or independent class. It does not depend on any other class for its meaning. Now, I'm writing the example, I'm going to rub it and I'll write the example on top. Here. Now you keep in mind is class divided into two. Main class or independent class and or dependent class. Dependent class is known as subordinate. So principal class divided into principal class and subordinate class. Principal class is known as independent or main and subordinate is known as dependent. Now I am going to write the example of independent class here. See the example, I almost get. First one, I almost get a creepy feeling. Get almost get a creepy means nervous, creepy feeling that they will all walk in through that window, in through that building, that window. What is it? That window. Example of our story. So here is when I almost get creepy feeling is independent class. It gives complete meaning, right? While second one is that they will walk in through that window. It's not giving any complete sense. So what will happen? So first part is that one, I almost get creepy feeling is the example of independent. It gives complete meaning. So this part will be main example of main class, or you can say independent. While the second second part one is not giving complete meaning. So what will be said? This is the example of independent class. Now I'm going to write definition of dependent. Second one is dependent class. Dependent class. Now see the definition. A class that cannot stand, a class that cannot stand alone, cannot stand alone as a complete sentence. Alone, stand alone as a complete sentence. As a complete sentence and depends on main class, to give a complete meaning, to give a complete meaning is called dependent class, or you can say subordinate class. Now writing example here is written down. See one example. He was wondering. He was wondering whether Mrs. Stapleton was in married or widow state state. Now in this exercise, the second part from here, whether Mrs. Stapleton was in married or, this part is the example of dependent class, or you can say subordinate class. The first part, he was wondering, is a giving complete sense. Someone was wondering, but here whether Mrs. Stapleton was in married or widow state, it does not give the complete sense, and it this class depend on its meaning for its complete meaning on the first principal class, main class, you can say. This part is depend on, for its meaning, it's a depend on main class, and main class in this sentence is he was wondering. So in this sentence, whether Mrs. Stapleton was in married or widow state will be example of subordinate class, or you can say dependent class. Okay, since now we'll complete the exercises given. Now it's a clear sense, dependent and independent. Independent class does not depend on others for its meaning, complete meaning, while dependent class does not give complete meaning and it depends on other for its complete meaning. Now exercise given here, circle the main classes. Second exercise is circle the main classes and underline the subordinate. Subordinate means dependent. Subordinate classes. Now, main classes. So in this exercise, you have to underline the main class and here circle the main class and underline subordinate class. See, student, I am giving a first example I have given, and okay, now write this one. I am writing here I almost. See again, I almost, or 3P. I almost get a creepy feeling that they will all they will all walk in through that window. Writing one more sentence. My aunt will be down. My aunt will be down presently. Presently means soon. Presently. In the meantime, you must put up with me. See the first two exercises, students. Here you have to underline. You have to circle main class. First find out which one is the main class. I almost get a creepy feeling that they will all walk in there. So this one is the example of main class. It's a giving complete sense. While second one, that they will all walk in through that, it does not give its complete meaning. It depends on the main class for its meaning. So this one is the circle one is example of main class, and the line part is the example of subordinate class, or you can say dependent class. Now see the second one. My aunt will be down presently. This one giving complete sense, right? So it will be principal, and in the meantime you must put up with me is the example of dependent class. It does not give its complete sense. It depends on its meaning for its meaning on main class. So these are the example of. So first one is main class. My aunt will be down presently. The example of. This one is the main class, and second one in the meantime you must put up with me is example of subordinate class. Now see some more exercises given here in the book. I am reading it and you underline, and I will give you one clue. Subordinate class generally joined by conjunction. So you will easily seeing the conjunction you can trace which one is the part, which one is the example of subordinate. See the third sentence. He was wondering whether Mrs. Appleton was in the married or widow state. In this sentence, he was wondering, giving complete sense. It will be the main class. Whether Mrs. So see here, it started with conjunction. Whether Mrs. Appleton was in the married or widowed state. This is the example of subordinate class. So he was wondering, you will circle, put in circle, and rest you underline. See the fourth one. You may wonder why they keep that window wide open on an October afternoon. So first part, you may wonder. It gives complete sense. So this part you will circle it. This is the example of main class. And why we keep that window wide open on an October afternoon. This is the example of subordinate. Now four more given. On the behalf of these exercises you will try to complete, and when the school will open we will see whether you have done correctly or not. Then we will correct you. Rest what is very easy. You can trace it easily. Which one is the example of main class and which one is the example of subordinate. You will easily find out in these sentences which one is the main, which one is the subordinate. And rest exercise we will decide how many exercises we will complete in these chapters. So after taking this decision, we will complete rest exercise. Okay, sir. Now the exercises exercises of this chapter over. Now we'll meet you in the next section. Thank you very much.